Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good evening, I'm Jen Ah. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7. Starting off with health, sponsored by 4M Dental. Love your smile again. We're learning more about what it means for Raiders fans after the team's latest decision to require COVID vaccines at Allegiant Stadium. Review Journal's James Schaefer breaks it all down for us.
The timing of this is pretty fortunate for us.
After a Monday announcement requiring fans to verify COVID-19 vaccination, the Raiders explained that verification will be used through a new app partner called Clear. Fans will have to download the Clear app onto their smartphones and then upload their vaccine card, the front and back of their driver's license, and a picture of their face. Once that's done, fans will have to display the app's QR code along with their photo for a stadium staffer to verify their vaccination status. Raiders head coach John Gruden spoke on Monday's decision.
Every state, every team is probably going to have a different view on this. I support the decision that was made. I'll be anxious to see as many Raider fans as possible with no mask. I encourage everybody that I know to get the vaccine and come and join us.
For the Las Vegas Review-Journal, I'm James Schaefer.
In more top stories, sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. Lamping Elementary School is back to distance learning due to a COVID outbreak. Students could come back after August 27th. Parents of students identified as close contacts will be notified by either the Clark County School District or the Southern Nevada Health District. And a Henderson woman is advocating for COVID booster shots, getting the third shot herself after her kidney transplant. Review Journal's Renee Summerhour explains why. Renee?
Jen, for the past year and a half, Julie Hogan has lived in a bubble. The Henderson resident has spent months at a time living apart from her husband and daughter after undergoing a kidney transplant in February of last year. For Hogan and others like her with weakened immune systems, COVID-19 has posed extraordinary challenges. She was thrilled to hear the CDC had approved a third shot of Pfizer or Moderna vaccines for patients with severely or moderately compromised immune systems.
I've been working with a group that has been lobbying and pushing for the third dose to be approved for the immunocompromised population. And we're so excited that last night the FDA and today the ACIP voted to approve the third dose for our group.
An advisory panel to the CDC recommends that patients talk to their healthcare providers to determine if and when they should receive a third dose. Jen?
Thanks, Renee. And over in Afghanistan, the Taliban has taken over, and that's shocked many Americans. Many people in Afghanistan are now trying to flee the country, as the Afghan president already has. However, for one Nevada Army guard, a staff sergeant who served in Afghanistan back in 2012, the chaos overseas comes as no surprise.
I think it's extremely sad, and my heart goes out to him. If anybody would have expected anything other than that, they live in a fantasy world.
These events have many Americans divided. In weather, sponsored by 1 Hour Air, no matter the season, no matter the reason, 1 Hour's here for you. We're staying warm here in the valley with lows tonight dipping down to the 80s with a slight chance of rain. That precipitation carries over to tomorrow. Things starting to cool down at that point with highs sticking to the 90s until Sunday. A nice break from all that heat. However, we will heat back up next week. We'll be back in the hundreds with mostly sunny skies. In Lifestyle, sponsored by Oakmont of Las Vegas, Assisted Living and Memory Care. The best care for the best life. A guest named Renee scores a Locket Link jackpot for more than $120,000. Cool timing, as Circa CEO Derek Stevens happened to be there. And Area 15 plans to open the first of its kind ride in the U.S. called Rise, an elevated bar experience, this fall. The nearly 7-minute ride will lift guests more than 130 feet upward to enjoy the panoramic view of the Strip.
Sports, sponsored by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app and get a bonus of up to $500 when you sign up. The Raiders' 85-man roster got a boost on Tuesday with several players who had been nursing injuries returning to practice. Raiders head coach John Gruden had only one reaction to the sight of star titan Darren Waller returning to the field.
Now that'll bring a smile to my face. He was great today. He makes his presence felt right away, after the catch down the field. He's a phenomenal talent. We got a lot of guys returning. Carl Joseph showed up. Isaiah Johnson showed up. Diablo got some reps today. So we got a lot of guys that are on the fringe of coming back. Marcus Mariota practiced. So it was very encouraging to have Waller back, and he looked just like we expected him to.
Sports betting brought to you by the Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The Patriots are 1.5-point road favorites over the Eagles on Thursday in the NFL preseason Week 2 opener. There are 2 games on Friday, 10 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday, and 1 on Monday. The Raiders, who covered as 2.5-point favorites in their 20-7 win over the Seahawks in their preseason opener at Allegiant Stadium, are 7-point road favorites over the Los Angeles Rams on Saturday. The total is 35. The under is 14-3 through the first 17 preseason games.
In Business, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability. Nevada repays more than $30 million to businesses, reimbursing more than 20,000 taxpayers who overpaid the state's modified business tax based on an extension lawmakers approved in 2019. The state's Department of Taxation says another round of refunds is scheduled to be issued in September. Plus, foodies from around the world can unite in Vegas next year. Emerald Holdings is teaming up with France-based Comexposem to bring a major food expo, See All America, to the Las Vegas Convention Center in March. In entertainment, sponsored by DiscoverYourNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada. The Killers posted their support for the owner of National Southwestern Recording Studio in Vegas. Ronald Corso has been hospitalized since July after suffering from a stroke.
We're seeing a lot of local bands really kind of pitch in and really support someone who, again, has been a part of the scene for decades, and it's good to see, again, the community really rallying around someone who needs their help right now.
The Neon Reverb Music Festival's co-director, Mike Henry, has set up a GoFundMe account to help with Corso's medical expenses. Thank you for watching 7 at 7. If you have Amazon Fire TV, just search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you back here for more 7 at 7 tomorrow. Take care.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.